good people? It's your boy Icarus Gray.
And it's your homeboy WordPlay TJ.
And this is the No Rhyme or Reason podcast, where we talk about everything.
Everything for no reason at all. And we're live. What's going on, people? This is your homeboy WordPlay TJ, and this is the No Rhyme or Reason podcast, where we talk about everything for no reason at all. We are back with another episode for you, and this time we have a no rhyme or review of J. Cole's Clouds. It's a new release, a brand new track that was released on February 20th online, and then he released it to streaming services. And what we're going to do when we're talking about this is go through the themes, the beat, the lyrics, and then give you an overall arbitrary rating for this song, Clouds. I'm really happy about this song. The song sounds really nice. People are really pleased about it. And so I want you to kind of share what you think down in the comment section and let us know what you think. Yeah. What are your thoughts on J. Cole's newest and latest release? So we're going to jump into the themes. And when I'm thinking about the themes for this record, I want to dive into what kind of J. Cole's meaning is. What does he want to accomplish when delivering this piece of work? And so, like I said at the top, this debuted on J. Cole's blog. The blog is called The Algorithm, and that was on February 20th. J. Cole and his management team have been putting up blog posts ever since they released what was called The Inevitable, the podcast series, going back to talk about J. Cole's history and talk about J. Cole's experience in the music business. And so, I don't know, I really like the way that J. Cole is handling himself in this rollout as he gets ready to drop what it seemingly is his final project called The Fall Off. And with The Fall Off, he is updating his fans in real time. He is spending time talking directly to the fan base instead of using all the major label system in order to do that communication. And that fits into the theme of the first verse. So I want to start there. This is where J. Cole uses his, kind of rapid flow style to really flex on other rappers. He is showing his skill, showing his ability, and that's something that he's been breaking down as he's been rolling out The Fall Off. He said that he spent some time going back into himself, into a mode of just kind of getting one with his pen again. And that is something that I find to be incredibly enthusiastic, incredibly inspiring when it comes to an artist of his caliber. He doesn't rest on his laurels. He doesn't get comfortable. He spends a lot of time just trying to make sure that his work is as immaculate as it possibly can be. And so he continues on in the blog, and he's kind of sharing what he recently wrote. And that was the second verse. He spent time on the second verse, just kind of crafting it and honing it. He didn't have it at first, but he got it more recently. And so he was like, am I going to release this? Is this something that I really want to put out to the world? And I just want to quote what he said. Just wanted to share. Made this a few days ago and then added a second verse. And I was like, man, I got a blog now. I can put whatever I want up there. I didn't have a title 20 minutes ago, but then I decided to really put this up. But now I got one. So Clouds is produced by Diesel, Omen, and a few contributions from J. Cole. And I want to go back into this second verse. The second verse, and I'm going to go into it a little bit deeper when I talk about lyrics, but the second verse, the theme of it is diving into what would be the ills of the world. These, kind of billionaire oligarchs that are taking over the United States, at current, billionaires in general that are taking advantage of people. He also talks about how, kind of billionaires aren't going to make it to the promised land, aren't going to make it to the next step in life because they are taking advantage of people. And so he sees their affront as something that is evil. And he also thinks that, technology is ruining us as a society and as a nation of peoples, and could also impact music. And so I really think that J. Cole is onto something when he's talking about these things. I'm not always afraid of AI and technology, those types of things, but I am concerned about making sure that we're in a space that really just kind of honors the work that people do. And so next, I want to talk about the production. Like I said before, it was produced by Diesel and Omen, who have been longtime collaborators of J. Cole. Omen more so than Diesel. Diesel has some recent credits for J. Cole, but also has credits with folks like Chris Brown. And this beat has a really smooth and cloudy texture. It allows for J. Cole to kind of bring that rapid flow that I talked about to the instrumental. And that's really incredible. It really lends for this spacey vibe, but also gives space for the lyrics, which is something that I was really excited to hear. Because, of course, as a lyricist, J. Cole really shines there. Another thing that I heard in the beat, and I don't know if anybody caught this, but, maybe some other people have spoken about it. But if you listen really hard, there are some ad-libs from Wiz Khalifa's Cushion Orange Juice mixtape, and that came out about 15 years ago. And I really like that because it speaks to the theme of the hook, my head in the clouds, smoking on something loud, head to the clouds. Like it's really cool to see J. Cole pay homage to Wiz Khalifa and sort of his kind of cloudy rap vibe, his kind of smokers rap vibe from back in the early 2010s. And so I want to continue to speak on and break this down. So let's talk about some of the lyrics. So the first lyric that stands out to me, or the stanza that stands out to me, are my hands full of grins I pull from the stanzas. No, I can't go slow. I'm Sandra Bull. Either proceed with speed or don't breathe. I really like what he's saying there. He's basically saying, like, I took these lyrics, I took everything that I wrote, and I made money out of it. I made it to a different level with the things and the skills that I have right now. And that's something that I'm really impressed with. And then he pulls up a movie reference, Sandra Bullock in Need for Speed, and says that, like, I'm not going to stop. I'm not going to slow down, right? I'm going to keep speeding as long as I possibly can, because this music life, this thing that I'm doing, and he talks about feeling like he's getting old in the hook. This thing that I'm doing really is long term. It is forever. This is something that I don't want to put down. And that is something that I find that's really incredible about the lyrics in this song. And furthermore, as I was speaking before about the themes, he says in the second verse, I'm that bass in your trunk, the bullet that missed Trump, the gun to jam, because it seemed that God had other plans. Like, it just feels like he's saying that, like, he's meant to be here. He is, kind of has this calling, so to speak, that's not in his hands, but it's in God's hands. And so he wants to, like, really solidify what he's going after. But it's also very clever that he uses this to intro this next verse. And this next verse really talks about, like I said before, the United States oligarchy, the constitutional crisis that we're going through at the moment, and also speaks to like how billionaires are taking over the world with technology. And it feels as if like he's saying that we might have asked for this. We might have asked for this sort of reckoning on our society in order for us to kind of wake up and to understand where things could go if we let them go too far. And I think that's really incredible when he uses those lyrics to kind of summarize his concerns about the world. And so now what I want to do is give you the overall arbitrary rating that I have for J. Cole's Clouds. And I would give this 5 out of 5 Mario coins. So I took that from the first verse, but like, I feel like this song is really incredible. I feel like everything that J. Cole is doing right now is something that is inspiring, is something that people can take something away with, and something that is really, really dope when it comes to just kind of making music and being a great lyricist and great MC. But what do you think? What do you think about his lyrics? What do you think about the theme of the song? How do you feel about the overall vibe? What's your arbitrary rating? And also, I want to say before I get out of here, rest in peace to Miss Wallace, Miss Valletta Wallace, who is the mother of Notorious B.I.G. She just passed away. I believe she was 78 years old. And so we want to give a great air horn for Miss Wallace, the matriarch, the one that kind of carried the torch after Biggie's passing when he, was only 24 years old. And Biggie's a big influence on me lyrically. And I just really am saddened by this loss, but also I think that the hip hop community just lost somebody that was a champion for the things that were in this culture and in this community. So, like I said, leave your comments down in the comment section. Let us know. Share this with somebody that might get something out of it. And until next time, it's your homeboy Wordplay TJ. Peace.